And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day. How are you all doing on this wonderful day called Friday? It is Friday, y'all. It is Friday. It's been Friday for some of you who are east of me, and it's Friday is about to begin west of me. And so it is an amazing day here. First of all, we got a lot going on today. We have a show after this show at 12 o'clock featuring Q Martin, an amazing, just an amazing person. And he's an activist, artist, and architect. And he's going to be sharing so much about his world. And it's a conversation. It's called The Convo. Our show that we used to have was called Wisdom Wednesday. And we spinned it off and made it now The Convo, and which is short for The Conversation. Because we realized that Wednesdays became so popular as in the panel discussions. And so we still want to have time to connect with artists and creatives and have like discussions about around what they're doing. And so we are doing that now in what's called the convo, which could happen at any day, any time, depending on the artist, the creative schedule. And then we're pretty much filming it. I mean, as in, as we do here, like we normally do. And then, but what's beautiful is that it's maybe in different time slots, but whoever's available to be a part of it is here to be a part of it. And so I'm excited about that. So the second episode of the convo will be this evening. No, did I just say this evening? In this evening, if you're in if you're in Swakopmund, where I used to be, it was live at 5. Oh, Ron, I just had a moment that I was in Namibia right now. Could you imagine my brain? I thought for a second, just a millisecond, I was in Namibia. But if you're in Namibia or in Central African time, it is evening, and at 6 p.m. there will be the show called The Convo, and I'm so excited to have our first guest. As we really dive in, and then we have another guest on Monday, and we'll just keep doing it. We'll just keep doing it and showing off people's their crafts, their creativity, and what they love about what they do. And it's a time to just let them shine. And I'm excited about that. And so, welcome to Touch Base Daily. We're here. And again, good evening if you're in Australia. Good morning if you are here in the East. Good, good morning if you're in the West. And if you're in London, I do believe it's like late afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock. So we are everywhere, so which is good. And we have a great audience and a great community of people. So let's say good morning to some folks. Again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes. The algorithms are a little wonky. I've been listening to other YouTubers, and the algorithms have changed. We don't know exactly what's going on for most people. So make sure you hit the likes. That means the thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that people know, or so that you will know when we're on live. Okay, so make sure you hit that notification bell. And I heard there's something going wacky on Instagram, but Instagram has always been kind of wacky. So, but we love Instagrammers anyway. We still love the folks on Instagram. So thank you for being a part of our community. Okay, let's say good morning to folks this morning. And the wonderful Hannah Boyd Miller is in the building. Says, good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. is so good to see Hannah here. And she gets the gold this morning. And not far behind with the silver is our wonderful Tanya, which is Travel More. She says, hello, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. And then third, coming in with the bronze this morning is our wonderful Gwendolyn G.R. Houston Jack is in the building. She says, good morning. And Hannah says, sounds great for that new convo. The convo is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. And Bryson says also, what's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy Happy Steven Spielberg Day, aka Disclosure Day. Welcome to the weekend. Oh, that movie's out today. Oh, really? I should go see that movie. But you can only see that movie on IMAX. At least for me. I can only see a movie like that on an IMAX screen. And Hannah says, good morning, Gwendolyn. I'm looking forward to your show this evening. I have a concert we're attending, but I will definitely check in with you and the food plane. Yes, so we have two amazing people from this community having a conversation later on the wonderful Girl Listen on Gwendolyn's show. So make sure you tune into Gwendolyn's show, Girl Listen. That is going to be this evening, and check that out. Yeah, this is a community of creatives. Think about that. You see how we cheer each other on? Think about that. And Gwendolyn is and I need you. I need you. While you're looking at Girl Listen, I need you to hit the share. And also, after the show, make sure you hit the hyperlinks on all of our shows. Hit the hyperlink. It will encourage our base, our platform. Okay? So hit the hyperlink. You'll probably say, what the hell is a hyperlink? If you're in YouTube, you know what a hyperlink is. If you don't, look it up. There's a little, it has like a little star with a trail on it. It's called a hyperlink. And we need to get our wonderful Gwendolyn. She is also very close to her 1,000 subscribers. So let's support our Gwendolyn and make sure she gets across that line too. And we'll all be in that party together. Okay, also in the building. Yes, I see. What's up, Gwen? Omar's in the building. Facebook was down for a little bit. Facebook, Instagram, Meta. No comment. Next, Jazzy is in the building. Jazzy Jazz is in the building. And she says, good morning, beautiful people. So good to see our wonderful Jazzy Jazz. And Omar says, good morning, everyone. And Bryson he's talking about Disclosure Day is out today. I want to see that movie. It is on my list. I want to see it. And Jazzy says, yes. Hey, look who's in the building. Cheryl Grant is in the building. It is so good to see Cheryl back in the mix here. Cheryl was with me. You know, Cheryl has been with this Touch Base Daily group of folks since the very beginning when we were on Instagram and Instagram alone. Thank you, Cheryl, for crossing over to the YouTube channel and bringing all your wisdom to our platform. She's an amazing woman. Thank you, Hannah. Life is good, Bryson. And also, thanks, Ron. You know I gotta look out for my work wife. My work wife. I mean, we have to look out for each other. That's the beauty of what friendship. That's one thing. But community, the importance of community. The reason why you're here is community. We educate one another. We have conversation with one another. We support one another. We support each other in our endeavors. That's the point. If there's no community, then we might as well pack our bags up and go home or never come on, right? We come on here because we believe in community. Gwendolyn believes in community. Dr. Tachi believes in community. Omar, all of it, every one of you guys believes in community. And you support this community. Some of you support us through Patreon. Would you see that little QR code on this well, where it is, the QR code right here? And then some of you support by being members of this platform. This is a community. Can I rant and rage about community today? Can I just give a little shout out to the word community and what it means? And you know what? You know I'm a believer. If you don't have a community, well, you're invited to be here. But if you feel like, hey, this is not my style, this is not my people, this is not my tribe, that's okay too. And so I always say to everyone, like I did, if you don't have a community, if you don't have a place where people that connect with you like you need to be connected with, then create one. Don't be a troll. The trolls, they come out and just kind of like just linger around because they don't have the guts to create something. But create something. Create your community. Get with people in your neighborhood. Create your community. And for existence in life, you must have multiple communities. Think about it. Your family is a community, right? Your sisters and brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts. Then you have your other communities, your work professional community, your networking. Like I have the Manhattan Chamber, right? I have the Manhattan Chamber. Community. I have you guys. Community, right? As I traveled all over Europe and Namibia, South Africa, those are my communities. Where is your community? Can I ask you that question this morning or this afternoon or this evening? Where is your community? Where are your communities? Hopefully you have many. You ever been in school and they talk about business in the business school and they used to draw the circles and all the circles overlap and that's your strong core community, but then you have all these other communities that you draw on the paper, on the diagram, a circle here, another circle here, and those are your communities. And then however, there's a merge of strength between all of your communities because some communities overlap. If you don't have community, you are missing out. For your sanity, right? For your support, for your emotional support, for your when you're going through something. Like we have someone in the community that is, dealing with maybe dealing with a cancer situation. We're praying that it's not. They're getting things checked out. But they were able to reach out and say, Ron, this is what's happening. That you only get that kind of stuff in a community. You only get the ability and the freedom to let down your guard and ask people to pray for you in your community. If you don't have community, you're missing out. and I love community. And it says, I'm running errands this morning, so I'm in and out. And Aya is in the building. She says, good, grand rising, Ron, and everyone. Also, G says, the human experience is best with other good humans. Can I repeat that again? The human experiences is best with other good humans. So I know I said I had to just get that out. I had to get that off my chest because community is so important. And if you don't have one, I'll say it again, you're missing out. Oh, nothing like liquids. Nothing bad in this bag. That's water. My water with my beet juice. You know, you get to a certain age, you have to make sure you keep those beets in your diet. So there you have it. What else is going on? So let's talk about today. Let's talk about today. Well, first of all, I gotta say it. I gotta say it because, hey, I'm gonna say this every morning, and that is obviously. Let me get there first. Hold on a second. Let me go back and put this in the catalog area. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do, and now I can share it. Now I can share it, and that is we have merch. We have merch, y'all. So get into the merch store. It just right on the tab, it says store. Click on that, click on the merch, and you'll see a lot of these items. And it'll lead you straight to the store. And then once you get to the store, just click on catalog and it'll give you everything. So we got stickers, we got cups, we got mouse pads, we got notebooks, we got pens and buttons and beanies because I have to have a beanie and a baseball cap. Those are my two little guys. I gotta have both. Gotta have my. But now soon I'll have these right here wearing them. They're on their way. But here we are. These are our merch. These are the merch products. So and they're reasonably priced, and I think they're pretty good. I think they're well designed. I think they look good. So check out the merch store. Okay, guys? Oh, I know that. I know. Some good stuff there. I know. I'm not used to this merch thing, but I'm with it now. I'm with it. I see the what is it? I see the abilities, the newfound abilities when it comes to merch. And I think it was Hannah bought some merch this week, and I was like, whoa. Because when somebody buys something, the computer goes cha-ching, and I heard the cha-ching, and I was like, what? Someone bought something. Who is it? I ran to the computer and started diving in, and I was like, who is this person? Then I said, oh, that's Hannah. So, guys, if you're in the building and you need merch, if you need a hat next and you want to look like me with your beanie and you want to have my beanie face on, my little face on it, you can have that as well. It's a brand. I didn't realize it's a brand. But that's also, so that is the merch on the Merch Avenue. But also, let me share with you, we will be talking about, let me just get there. We will have on this eve, right after this show at 12 o'clock, we will have the wonderful Q, Mr. Q Martin. And this is him right there. And it all begins with an idea. So we'll have him on this at 12 noon Eastern time. So join us for an amazing conversation. It's going to be good. The founder of Carter Magazine, the architect of Carter Magazine, and now Carter Paper. So check it out. Join us, spend time with us as we have a conversation at noon Eastern time. So what's on your mind today? This is Friday. It's Focus Friday. We can do whatever we want. I always say Fridays is our calm, like easy laughs. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we talk about. This is our community to hang out and have a good time. Chris is not with us because Chris is with his mom. She had a procedure today, and so he's out. He's up here in New York, out in the island, and he's with her, and so he sends his love, and keep his mom in your prayers. Okay, so she's last I talked to him, he was things were fine. Okay, so what's on your mind? What's on your mind? We're not. I don't know. Should I put a restriction on cankles? No cankle conversations on Fridays. Fridays is no cankles. No cankle day. No cankles in the building. So I know one thing here in New York is extremely hot, and yesterday was hot, and I had a chance to go to Brooklyn, pick up all my mail from all my I was traveling. My brother had all my mail, so I went to get that. Also got to pick up some medications and stuff like that, and so I did a lot of errands. Thanks to my sonny boy, I was able to drive the car. Role reversal. When he was younger, he had my car. Now I'm older, I have his car to run errands. So that was good. Also, are you guys ready for the game tomorrow? But before we go to the game tomorrow, how many people have watched the World Cup? Are watching the World Cup series? Well, yesterday was Mexico against South Africa. Now, you know I have a special place in my heart for South Africa. Even in the midst of crazy, because that small bunch of people that are acting crazy there are ruining it for the multiple, for the many. The small, crazy folks, the ignorant folks, are ruining it for the masses of the country. But I still was chanting for South Africa. They didn't win, but I was still chanting for South Africa. But what was interesting, because of that small band of crazy folks that are spreading xenophobia and Afrophobia, the world made their mindset known yesterday during the game. People that would have normally been supporting South Africa in the game were supporting Mexico. Right? Supporting Mexico. The world was behind Mexico. And I like Mexico. I've never been to Mexico. Oh, no, I should say I've been to the Yucatan Peninsula. I've been to the Yucatan, but I've never been to like Mexico City. And I've heard Mexico City is the place to go. So I talked to my buddy and I said, you know what? I need to find out how to get our schedules to mesh so I can visit Mexico City. You see, I got a lot of friends in a lot of places, and I need to visit them all. One, it saves on hotels. So that's a good thing. When your friends have beautiful homes with extra rooms, those are the friends you call. And you can travel and pay less. The Knicks. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yes. Bryson says today the name is taking down at the Kennedy Center. Not so fast. They're trying to figure out a way to keep it up. Just saying, just heard about it. Cankles they're working overtime to help Cankles. Okay, so Gwendolyn says, yes, it's hot down here, but storms are coming. I'm gonna purge the closet. We're getting storms this evening as well, and it's supposed to be severe storms because tomorrow's supposed to be cooler, and I welcome the cool air because for those that know me, I don't function well. I'm like a broken clock. Once the temperature gets above 75 or to 80 degrees, once it gets beyond that point, depending on humidity, I'm done. I like temperature 75 and cooler. That's how I function best. So put me in a hot space and I am like having a moment. Um, so okay, so that was the World Cup. So how many of you are following? Oh, someone just bought something. I see it on the screen. Someone just bought some merch. Did y'all hear it? Did you hear it? Look, see, look. Someone just bought some merch. Holy, holy goodness. Okay, so um, how many of you are following, before we go to the Knicks, how many of you are following the World Cup? I thought the World Cup was like going to be like continuous, like the Olympics, but no, there's games. I was talking to Adrian today. He says like 2 games in the day. So I'm looking forward to seeing the World Cup games. I love football, the real football, not the NFL, which is football, right? The NFL is tackle ball. There's nothing about NFL that's football other than the goal line, right? The goalie trying to get the one guy comes out and kicks it over the goal post. That's the only time you're using your foot in the NFL, so-called football. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Anyway, moving right along. So the Knicks. Let's talk about the Knicks or the Spurs, whichever team you're rooting for. I do have some friends that are rooting for the Spurs, and I'm like, it's not a deal breaker though. It doesn't break up our friendships. But I am I cannot wait for the game tomorrow to see the Knicks. Now, the Knicks always they make my blood pressure go wild, they make my heart go crazy, they give me anxiety, they make me scream at the TV like, what the hell is going on? Like they did on Wednesday. I was having a moment Wednesday. Like, what's going on? Why are y'all missing the basket? So, Bryson says, tomorrow we got Knicks game on the rise. And it is interesting how many people around the globe are rooting for the Knicks. Sorry, Spurs. You just don't have the New York appeal. But a lot of people in Nigeria, in South Africa, and even in my hometown of not my new hometown of Namibia, I couldn't believe it. They're Knicks fans in Namibia, and they never been to New York. I was like, one of my buddies, Tao. I said, Tao, you're not even a New Yorker. You've never been to New York, and you're excited about the Knicks. So crazy. Hannah says, ready for the game. Ready for the game. Jazzy says, not me, but I've never followed the World Cup even when I've worked the games. Really? Oh, the World Cup is great. But back to those Knicks. Back to those Knicks. Gwendolyn says, people tend to root for the underdog, and the Knicks have that label now. Well, you know what? The Knicks put us through some hell over the last decades. Man, it's like you lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And the Knicks with that horse every time. They get right to the trough and they just can't drink. The Knicks, the World Cup, it's all about sports. Do you know, for instance, um, Chris and myself and what our mutual friend, we're all hanging, I think we're hanging out on Sunday. But we also are aware. My brother also wanted to hang out, and I was like, I can't do two things in one. I can't have two luncheons on a Sunday. Well, maybe I can do brunch and a lunch. Maybe I could fit it in. But it's going to be a packed city Saturday and Sunday. We got the World Cup. All of the bars are going to be packed. Anything that has a television that's showing the World Cup is going to be packed. That's one. Then you're going to have people in New York City getting ready for the watch parties for the New York Knicks. right? So you got the World Cup people, which starts officially today. Everyone's going to be flocking to the city. And then you have the Knicks. And then it's a hot summer day. New York City is going to be on fire. I am planning to go to the city to later on, but I'm like, I don't know if I should go. The city gets a little crazy with all these activities going on. Greetings, Ron and RLP family. What's up, Mimi? Speaking of, and don't, I tell you know how I tell you when I drive, I get in a Uber, and it's going to cost me some money. It's going to be crazy. Ubers are going to be off the chart. They're going to charge you up the wazoo. It's ridiculous. Um, he says, it reminds me of when Kevin Garnett finally got his ring. People will root for the underdog team or the person they believe deserves a ring. This is very true. Because when Patrick Ewing was in playing for the Knicks, people were rooting for Patrick Ewing to get his ring. And he just never got it. Because they would, I wouldn't say it was Patrick, but the team as a whole would choke every time. They used to have they used to do this with the Knicks all the time back in the day. The choking of the Knicks. Jesus, Arlington residents have been warned about FIFA traffic. Not so sure it's gonna pan out though. Okay. I know it's hot. It's hot. Bryson says, if y'all trying to get to watch parties, I'll advise y'all to get there early. And also he says, and they put the sage in the MSG because Trump came to game 3. Yes, they did. They got there early. There was a bat where like the bat signal went up into the sky on the internet, and folks went to the garden, outside the garden, with their sage to get rid of the cankles. We're not using his name. We're not using his name. The cankles. We're just gonna say cankles. And also, G says, I was rooting for Oklahoma and the Nuggets when they got to the finals. Yeah, I love the finals. I don't really follow sports like some of my friends. They got to see every game. Never been my MO. I like the finals. The finals is what gets me. G says, it's hot, but those ticket prices are stupid, and the hotels have mentioned they are not seeing the traffic. Well, first of all, we may go back to the World Cup. A lot of folks overseas have canceled their trips because of the United States being designated as a not so safe place to be. Let that sink in. The United States, in some countries, has an advisory: go at your own risk. Let that sink in of your new America. But yeah, so a lot of hotels that thought they were going to be filled are not filled because a lot of folks have not showed up. And things are not going according to plan when it comes to the World Cup. So there you have it. Mimi says 100%. They are the real MVPs. Who's the real MVPs? Did I miss? Oh, is it? Are we talking about Oklahoma? Are we talking about Oklahoma Nuggets, or are we talking about the Knicks? The Knicks, the New York City Knicks, the Knickerbockers. Anyway, let's see. Okay, there is. So let me get what time is it? I have to end this show earlier so that I can get ready for the second show. Okay, so I just gotta be I gotta just be looking at the time. And what's going on in the Instagram world? Okay, Instagram is kind of quiet over there, so I don't have to worry about Instagram. There's not that many folks over there. Let's see. G says, add to the economy for U.S. citizens sucks. So we'll see what the World Cup does in the DFW area. I know, like I said, I mean, people just like to come to New York City anyway. So coming to New York for games is not. I mean, it happens every year anyway for like most of our regular sports, like baseball. Baseball. It just so happened this time we got basketball. Okay. Um, Mimi says the people who say who Sage Madison Square Garden. Oh yes, yes, they are the real MVPs. Like I said yesterday, it took some time for that Sage to get in there, to get into the nook and crannies, because the Knicks were doing bad in the beginning. So that those bad spirits were there, but that Sage got to seep in, was seeping in the cracks of the arena, and they finally pulled it through. That you see my imagination? Do you see my imagination? It's just my imagination. Let's see here. Okay, did I get everything on the screen? I got that on the screen. I got that. I done that. There was some things. I think I got everything I needed to do today. I think so. Again, what we'll end up doing is we will shut this down, and so that way you can go get a drink of water, do the things you need to do, go to the bathroom, whatever, and then we'll be back on 12 noon. Okay, 12 noon Eastern time. And that is also that 12 noon, and that would be 6 p.m. 6 p.m. in Central African time. So if you're in Africa, you'll be watching, or in Europe is in UK or whatever. Okay. I think that's it. Any questions? Any questions? Anything else that you want to share in this particular part of our community gathering? Going once, going twice, and gone 3 times. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna shut this down, and I will see you guys at 12 noon. Okay? We'll be back on 12 noon in about 15, 20 minutes. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining us on Touch Base Daily for today. And we will be going into our show. For those, and it's not exclusive to members, which is not how we do it here. We want everyone to be here. So come in for The Combo at noon with our wonderful Q Martin. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Later.